You get anxiety, bring calmness to yourself, and always remember the 3 double breaths, like I did. Emmett Watters, eh? Who's he? Who's Emmett Watters? Many a time I've asked that question, all through my life. I'm a therapist, have been for a long time. Kind of way, real difficulties in school. Difficulties in school because I couldn't read or write properly. I'm dyslexic and dyspraxic. You know, didn't know this, just thought I was stupid, got put into stupid classes. And when you can't read and write, that's a difficulty. That's a real difficulty. Because you see yourself as inadequate, you see yourself as not as good as anybody else or people around you. Life can be so difficult, so hard, you know, so hard. But then again, how hard do we make it? Started using drugs, alcohol, nicotine, and got married, divorced. You know, my first marriage, I was off my head in accident. But that's it. That's just me. This is just my life. You know, I always talk about, oh, I run up with a bad crowd. Listen, bottom line is take your part. What part did I play in the crew, you know? So I started looking at things, you know, and understanding abandonment. Everybody's been abandoned. Everybody got trauma. Trauma's the key to everything, really, in my mind. But it's alright. It's alright. I got tools. I got tools to work with. It's all simple. It's all very simple. Havening is one of the biggest set of tools now that I've been working with over the last 3 or 4 years, and the outcomes of it is absolutely phenomenal. And whenever we're using the tools of havening, we're using our hands. So a lot of times if I'm dealing with anxiety or I'm dealing with anger or whatever, I'm kind of throwing it away as well as I'm working with it. And I just let this thing and just keep throwing it away and throwing it away. But it brings a real calming to the system, like instant. You feel this calming.
Hi, it's Emmett again, and I suppose a big part of my work is addiction. What we have to understand is addiction is trauma. Addiction is pain, you know, and if we don't work with trauma and we don't work with the pain, what happens to the addiction? Since we're born, even when we're being born, we can be traumatized. As life goes on, we can constantly be traumatized. What we see, what we hear, and what happens to us can traumatize us. Believe me, how I work with addiction is plain and simple. I go to the pain. Once I can get in there with the client safely and start depotentiating, start taking away the emotional charge of the trauma, watch what happens to the addiction.
We need to become more human at this instead of clinical. Clients or people that are working, that are going to be assessed, have been assessed and assessed and assessed and assessed and assessed. Just getting asked the same questions, getting the same responses, and then the follow-ups. You know, people can be waiting now 6 months, 12 months, 18 months to be working with severe trauma, with thoughts of suicide, with addiction. When it comes to mental health, comes to addiction, it has no manners. No manners whatsoever. It doesn't care about religion, it doesn't care about colour, creed, it doesn't matter about who it is. It's there. So I believe now that we've got our own healing in our hands. And you know what? Havening has changed my therapy, has changed my life. And I could fill the place with people who will turn around and tell you exactly the same, how it's changed their lives. You know, and when a person has tools within themselves, and it's their hands, you don't have to go too far to look for them. They're always with them. Is that all right?